looks like we're live. And just check. Yep, that looks good. That looks good. And we can continue on our testing of our infantry units from 901 gold up. We finished the testing against the Blades of the Blood Queen. Now it's time to start testing against the lower level chaff type infantry. And just an FYI, if you catch me doing a live stream, I'm not really. Testing is fairly mundane work, so I thought I'd put it up on a live stream so that if you do happen to come across a live stream, say hello, and we can just chat. I'll keep the chat box up, and I'll try and answer any questions or engage in any chat, game related, not game related, other games, doesn't really matter. Just something to keep active while we're doing all the testing. Now, the first set of tests against the Blades of the Blood Queen were pretty interesting. I guess I can go and do a quick review of that. The data we've gotten so far show the Chosen with Great Weapons out ahead. They are in the number 1 position. Swordmasters of Hoeth are in number 2. The Ironbreakers number 3. Hammers number 4. Black Orcs 5. Bestigor 6. Harganeth Executioners 7. And then Basic Chosen number 8. Plague Monk Censorbearers number 9. Storm Vermin number 10, which is actually impressive. I didn't think any Skaven infantry would be up there for value. And they're showing up especially. They're ahead of Marauder Champions with Great Weapons. And that is the buffed version. So that's the version with 7,200 hit points or whatever, the extra 4 hit points per unit. Temple Guard showed in nicely at number 12. Wildwood Rangers 13. Death Runners 14. Chosen with Halberd number 15. Storm Vermin with Halberd 16. Marauder Champions number 17. The Sisters of Slaughter, I thought they would show up a little higher. I think they'll trade down a little better, though. I think they will slowly work their way up this list as we test against the Clan Rats, Longbeards, Footswires, and Berserkers. Phoenix Guard number 19. Giant Slayers number 20. I would be surprised they weren't last, but okay. Number 20. The War Dancers with Azrai Spears number 21. The Depth Guard, this is really surprising. Depth Guard number 22. Black Guard of Nagaron number 23, and the Depth Guard with Polearms number 24. I think the Depth Guard and Depth Guard with Polearms again are going to trade down very well because they cause fear. And so they should slowly work their way up this list. So let's get back over to the tests. We've got the Clan Rats at 300 versus Bestigor. This should be a very nice bit of testing to start to stratify these units into sort of their general area. And then really the Clan Rats and the Blades of the Blood Queen are going to set the stage, and then once we got through that, the rest of the testing against the Berserkers, the Longbeards, and the Footsquires are really going to make it that much more accurate as we get closer and closer to the finish. So let's get the testing started against the Clan Rats, and let's see. Nope. Okay, there we go. So I've already got it set up. We've got Bestigor versus Clan Rats, and we'll just start that testing. Okay. And we want to see where that starts. Boom. 51. Okay. 51. Copy. All right. And we will go back and just start the testing. Obviously, this bit of testing will go very fast. One of the advantages the Bestigors have, there we go, is they have an awesome charge bonus of 35. So that allowed them to trade up quite nicely against the Blades of the Blood Queen. Okay, so that finished at 59.18. So we go 59.18. And the Clan Rats finish HP was 3329. 29. And the Bestigor finish HP was 6,800. 800. So minus 63 gold differential. And I think that is saying that the Bestigors are pulling out positive value against the Clan Rats. Clan Rats are very good to test against because they will pull positive value against a number of these units, even though they are significantly more expensive than them. Okay, first test in the books. And we'll keep this rocking and go through it as quick as we can. Hey, Zootron Smith, how's it going? I'll try, and maybe I need to make this. I don't know if I can make this chat bigger, but I'll just try and pay attention to it. I do have an extra monitor I bought yesterday, so I could do this. Okay. Yeah, and I like that these tests go nice and fast. I mean, as long as we're accurate with our numbers, the speed of the test isn't such a big deal. So 5911. Okay, 5911. Clan Rats finished with 3412. And the best scores finished with 6632. Oh, they pulled a lot of value out that time. Wait a minute. That's probably why the best score finished so high. I just noticed a mistake I made. Let's double check. Their health is definitely 7,500. Copy V. And I bet you I messed it up here too. Yep. V. So their gold differential was 75, not nearly as good as it was last time. So I'll have to go and get that all fixed up for their numbers. Yeah, that'll change their yeah, I'm gonna have to go and fix the best scores in that list. Well, at least I caught it. And the mistake did not propagate through all the testing. Okay, they only lost 36 gold on that test. Okay, I quit battle and rematch. There we go. And I'll just plug through this testing as kind of like I normally do. It's not terribly difficult, but it's just important to get the data on each individual test by itself. Because if you do, like I've tried to do testing where you do a whole bunch of units together, and it's just not nearly as accurate because units know if other units are routing, and that will cause them to route early and cause all kind of funny things. 5923. Okay. 5923. Clan Rats finished with 3298. 98. Okay, and 6735 for the Bestigor herd. 6735 for the Bestigor herd. Pulled out 55 gold on that fight. Okay, quit battle, rematch, keep fighting. Yeah, the Blades of the Blood Queen and the Clan Rats will set the boundaries, and then really the middle three should make this, the final bit of testing, fairly accurate. Yep, so 5915. 5915. 3394 for the Clan Rats. 3394. And the best score is finished with 6695. All right. Quit the battle. Rematch. This testing against the Clan Rats just in and of itself will be a nice comparison for some of those units that do cause fear, have special abilities and stuff like that, as to who gets through the Clan Rats the fastest. There we go, 5913. Clan Rats 3373. And Bestigor 6734. Alright, so well, they only lost about 50 gold. I mean, that's really not bad. Clan Rats do only cost 300 gold, but I mean, if you're only losing 50 gold in that encounter by putting Clan Rats up to Bestigors to hold them back, that's really not an absolutely atrocious trade. Okay, so Chosen. See, here's where Chosen, I think, are going to pull more value than the Bestigors, because the Chosen are basically impossible to hit for the Clan Rats. Okay, so quit battle, end, and we'll go to them Chosen. Yeah, they managed to kill one Bestigor. I mean, it's not bad for the Clan Rats, I guess, right? Okay, Warriors Chaos, Chosen, 1250. All right, 7860 on their health. All right. Let's get that fight going, and they now 5950. Okay. Chosen 7860. Yep. Let's get it going. This is probably going to take a little longer than the Bestigors, but you can see the Chosen are just not losing any health at all. Clan Rats are hanging in there, though. For over a minute now against Chosen. That's not too bad for Clan Rats. Okay, there we go. 5804. Wow, not too bad. 5804. 106 seconds, nearly 2 minutes. One poor Bestigor. Yeah, no kidding. All of his buddies will be laughing at him getting killed by Clan Rats. True. Okay, Clan Rats finished with 1890. And the Chosen finished with 7306. Yeah, and you can see the Chosen basically pulled a 133 gold off them instead of 50. So the Chosen are this is where defensive units trade down so good, but it's always that trade-off, right? Because they trade down efficiently in terms of gold, but it takes them a long time to do it, right? The Bestigors got rid of the Clan Rats in 35 seconds on average. The Chosen are taking almost 3 times that, about 3 times that time, but they lose less of their overall health, so they're more efficient in total gold. Okay, so we'll end the battle, and this is where I think the Iron Breakers are going to be unbelievable. Because of their blasting charges, they're just going to absolutely obliterate those Clan Rats, I think. So they're going to kill them quickly, and they're going to get very good value. Yeah, they hang in there quite nicely. Like, I don't know. Clan Rats and Skaven Slaves are just the epitome of well put together low tier infantry, I think. The way they operate and the way they function is extremely good. It's extremely well done by CA, I think. 5817. Clan Rats finished with 1909. Chosen 7339. 138 gold, pretty consistent there. Okay, quick battle, a rematch. All right. Go ahead. They do pretty good. All right, 5901. Killed him pretty quick that time. 5901, 49 seconds. Clan Rats 3461. Yeah, Clan Rats have a kind of a funny thing. They have 2 tiers where they tend to want to route, and if you can catch them on that first tier, like in the first 2 battles, they went until they had 1800, 1900 hit points, and the third battle they left at 3461. So makes pretty big difference. So 7521. Yeah, I pulled 102 gold out of that fight though. Okay. Quick battle, rematch. And one of the things that Clan Rats accomplish is they do really well against units with low melee defense. So they can punish some of these units on this list, for sure, and pull positive value out of that fight. Yeah, Elf Chosen are an amazing unit. I could see why they'd be your favorite unit in the game. It's like, you know, my favorite unit in the whole game is Longbeards. It's probably just because I'm old, but I mean, I love Ironbreakers, and Chosen look amazing. They're a pretty interesting unit as well. Like their armor looks incredible. 5803. 5803. Maybe we'll go get a close-up of some of that armor in the next fight for you there, Alv. Okay, Clanrats finished with 1972. $72.90 for the Chosen. $72.90. All right, one more fight. Okay. Like I think, aside from Chosen, sort of, I mean, their armor looks really badass. Like I love the art on them overall. So we'll go and get that fight going. Let's go K. KN. Yeah, they're. Let me see if I can get a good close up on them. I can't stay on them for very long. But yeah, I mean, they just look amazing. Okay. If I stay on for too long, we'll lose the actual data if I miss it. So yeah, those damn Clanrats are so. They're such a good low tier unit. 5808. They stuck in there for a long time that time. 5808. Yeah, 58.8. Let me see. 2285 for the Clanrats. 2285. And for the Chosen, 7320. So overall, the Clanrats lost 123 gold on average. So more than double of that against the Bestigor. That just shows how solid defensive units are at clearing chaff economically, I think is the right word. So we'll get the Chosen with the Halberds next. In battle. Gotta watch that I don't hit that rematch. Now the Chosen with Halberds did actually surprisingly poorly against the Blades of the Blood Queen. Like I knew they would do bad, but you know, it was surprising how bad they did. Here against the Clanrats, they might actually pull up the list a little bit. I could see them doing fairly good. Okay. This is double check. They come in there at 50. Boom. Yeah, they've already been well and truly connected, so 50 is good. Copy V. Hey Javier, how's it going? All right, let's get this fight going. All right. Yeah, you can see the Clanrats looks like they're going to stick around for a little while. We'll see if they stay more than longer than they did against the Chosen. They should. If they beat 58 minutes, they have. Yep, there they did. They just passed 58 minutes. Okay, 57:44. Oh, lo siento, amigo. Buenas noches. ¿Cómo está? Okay. What did they get? 57:44. 57:44. And we got Clanrats finished with 1871. And Chosen finished with 7065. 7065. So 80 gold differential. So you can see this is where the Chosen with Halberd are going to start pulling ahead. Like they're already pulling better value against the clan rats than the Bestigor, and that's a halberd unit. It's because they got that such fantastic stats. Like they have 54 melee defense and then 120 armor. So I think they're going to start pulling up this list here for the rest of the testing. I think they're going to trade down quite nicely with that great melee defense and solid armor. They might not do quite as good against the foot squires, but everything else I think they're going to do just fine against. Okay. Alrighty. And if you guys watching have any topics you want to discuss or questions or just anything to chat about, go ahead and put it in chat. This is fairly mundane work. I'd love to chat about whatever there is. Topical Warhammer, non-Warhammer, it doesn't really matter to me. The whole idea of doing these live streams is to chat, is to just pass the time talking about whatever it is. So 5758, 5758, 5758, and we've got Clan Rats at 2074, and the Chosen 7190. Minus 94 gold. Quick battle rematch. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Like the Clan Rats will probably do the very worst against Ironbreakers, but the very best against Slayers. The Giant Slayers rather. Okay, go there. Got to add an English keyboard layout on my iPad. Writing is getting annoying. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you can see the Clan Rats are like they're sticking around, but they can't take a whole lot of health off of these Chosen, hey? 5806. 5806. Okay. Alright. And the Clan Rats finished with 2191 health. Okay, and the Chosen 7259. Pulling very, very good value there for a halberd unit, I would say. Quit the battle, rematch. And then we'll see, really, it'll be quite interesting. I think you'll see the Chosen with great weapons versus the Swordmasters. They're 1-2 right now, but the Chosen are ahead of the Swordmasters. But I think the Swordmasters are going to pull ahead as they trade down. That is my original supposition, and I have not seen anything that would change my mind on that yet. I think Swordmasters of Hoeth are going to finish number 1, but I mean, you do the testing, the Ironbreakers could finish number 1 because they're going to trade down really nice too. And they finished higher than I thought against the Blades of the Blood Queen. And with those blasting charges and charge defense against all, they might do it. Okay, 5745. 745. Okay. Clan Rats 1884. And the Chosen 7045. 76 gold. They're definitely going to do better than the Chosen with halberds are definitely going to do better than the Bestigor, but not as good as the regular Chosen. Okay. Yeah, it's the Chosen will stick around a while. It's weird they're not immune to psychology though. Like if you think of a unit that should be immune to psychology, it's seen some pretty crazy stuff, it would be Chosen. But they're not immune to psychology, which is a little bit weird. Okay, 57, 58. Clan Rats. 2027, and the Chosen with Halberds, 7109. So 86 gold, kind of right in the middle between Bestigor and the regular Chosen is what it looks like. All right, big boys, Chosen, whoops. Chosen with great weapons. Time to see how those great weapons do. Continue. All right, Chosen with great weapons. Where are you? 1450. I mean, their stats are so good. 48 and 46. A charge bonus of 32. They're a pretty strong unit. Really, they are. All right, what is your favorite artillery unit in the game? Cannon? You know, it's hard to say because I like them all. I'm gonna do a slow mo on this so you get to see your Chosen fight here. Okay, no, yeah, those yeah, those Chosen look pretty good. Their helmets are amazing. Their armor is really good, but their helmets I would say are amazing. Okay, so my favorite artillery. I really do like cannons. I think I would have to agree and say mine is a cannon as well. That's not the sexiest artillery in the game, but it's just, it's just reliable. It has great accuracy. It's representative of the Daoi in every way. Yeah, cannon it is. Although there's some other artillery I do quite like. Okay, 5901. They cleaned them up pretty quick. So 5901. Not as fast as the Bestigor though. Clan Rats finished with 3135. 3135. How about anyone else watching? What would your favorite artillery in the game be? Either to watch or to use. I mean, I like the sound of cannons. I think CA has some of the best sounds in their game. They're so good and they are so right that you don't really notice them because they sound correct. But it is satisfying to sit behind a cannon and listen to it shoot. Okay, Chosen with great weapons finished with 7364. 7364. Wow. They only pulled 78 gold. Well, maybe they're not going to trade down nearly as well. Quit battle or rematch. I have been enjoying flame cannons a lot lately, but it's hard to make them go off right in an actual match because their range is so short. But if they can shoot, oh my god, they're devastating. I was fortunate. I had a recent match with in the Shadow Online Gaming's winter tournament, and got to use a flame cannon against the Wood Elves, and it was extremely satisfying. 5909. 5909. Clan Rats finished with 3267. Chosen finished with 7609. Well, that's more like it, 118 gold. Well, we'll see. Doesn't look like they're going to finish as good as the Chosen. Well, they really shouldn't, but... Okay. Rematch. They're plowing through them, but they're going to have a hard time doing as good as defensive infantry when they're trading down. Like, Clan Rats are exactly the unit you wouldn't want your Chosen fighting, because it'd be a waste of their time when they could be killing Storm Vermin or something a lot more expensive, right? That's why these sort of chaff infantry can be so effective. 5902. is because they can muck up really expensive infantry quite nicely. Clan Rats finished with 3123. Chosen 7344. Yep, a 75 gold. They are definitely not going to be. They might not be as good as a chosen with halberds. Ah, we'll wait. We've got 2 more tests. That's why you do the tests. Okay. Yeah, you can see this Skaven get real close to running at the 5930, and then they just sort of bring it back. Just sort of bring it back there. 5905, very consistent. Clan Rats finished with 3195. 95. Chosen finished with 7392. Okay. One more. Okay. Yeah, Chosen only have 60 models, and this is where Clan Rats having 120 really does make a difference, because they can get some local 2v1s, and they have a better chance of actually hitting their opponents, even though they might not do any damage. So 58, 57. That was the longest one yet, it sure was. They finished with 32, 39 health. 39. And the Chosen with great weapons finished with 73, 74. So 85.2. Wow. The Chosen with halberds pulled off more value against the Clan Rats than the Chosen with great weapons. And there it is. I mean, yeah, I think Chosen with great weapons are amazing, and they're going to do good against some of the units they're going to fight, but they don't trade down as efficiently in terms of total value as some of these others do. Okay, we're going to go to Sisters of Slaughter. Interesting. So Sisters of Slaughter are a unit that I think should trade down pretty well, but maybe not against Clan Rats. Okay. Quit battle. End battle. Maybe they will. But they got a really good melee. Like, Sisters of Slaughter got really great melee defense. The thing is, they don't have any armor, right? So Dark Elves. Sisters are 1100, I think. There they are. Yeah, they have 59 melee defense, 37 melee attack, and they have physical resistance, and they poison what they're fighting. So, we'll see. Well, yeah, I'm Canadian. You are absolutely right. I'm Canadian. I mean, still have a Canadian accent. It's not as bad as it used to be. Like, where I'm from, I grew up in a very, very small rural area. Like, my town was the biggest town of all the towns where I lived, and there was 600 people. Because it was the biggest town, because the town next to us, about 15 miles down the road, had 150 people, and the other town next to us on the other way had 300 people. So I grew up in a town of 600 people, and I had a pretty strong accent when I was a kid. Like, if we wanted to go out to the lake, go out fishing or something, we'd be like, hey, let's go to the lake, grab a case of beer, and Johnny's gonna get his boat and we're gonna go riding, So that's sort of the accent that I had when I was young, but I've traveled around the world and kind of lived in a lot of places now, and I still have my accent, but it's not nearly as heavy as it used to be. Okay, so actually I have to concede defeat because I accidentally clicked that unit. All right, start the battle. Get this going right. Alvi, where are you from? Yeah, we got one from New Zealand in here, and okay, here we go. Let's get this fight going. Okay, and we'll stop right there. 59.51 is where it started. Okay, 51. All right. And I'll let that fight go. Well, they're taking a little bit out of the sisters. But not that much. 58.59 is when it finished. Oh, you're in the old world? That's funny. 58.59 that finished. Okay, 58.59. Clan Rats finished with 31.33. And the Sisters of Slaughter finished with 51.09. Well, Sisters pulled 69. 69. You saw me type that in. That was not on purpose. You know, I wouldn't laugh at your accent, Alvy. I wouldn't. Maybe, I don't know. I love accents, and I love talking to people from all around the world because I've traveled so much. So maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. I love every accent. You know, when they're like once sort of, you know, if I get in the mood, I'll watch some YouTube videos of how to actually do accents from other. Organ Gun is your number one. Oh man, Organ Gun sounds so good. NOP. Well, let's say I'm from Norska. All right. Norwegian. I have some coworkers from Norway, and I love that accent. Okay, get those sisters going. Norway has a coating plant up there. I know they have a big coating plant for deep well subsea pipelines. They have actually two up there, I know. Okay, so 58.50. And the Clan Rats finished with 31.81. And 48.70 for the sisters. All right. Only pulled 20 gold out of that one, the sisters did. Alvy, more to the east. But you're close. Okay. So either Sweden or Finland. Sure, both great countries. I actually, I have some YouTubers that I watch from Sweden. And one from Finland. I don't know if you've ever watched the Hydraulic Press channel. Oh, you're from Sweden? Have you ever watched the Hydraulic Press channel? It sounds like it wouldn't be interesting, but it's interesting. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure that the guy is from Finland. I could be wrong. Maybe he's from Sweden. I'm not really great with identifying accents up that way. Yeah. How's your winter been, Alvy? Our winter's been super mild here in Canada. Really, it's been a beautiful winter. It hasn't been below -20. So I don't know if it's like that way all around the world or not. I have a friend from Russia I talk to once in a while, and he said the winter there has been okay, but okay. End the battle, a rematch. Yeah, our winter here has been really nice. Not that I enjoy winter. I've lived down in Texas. I've lived down in Costa Rica and a few places, and I really, really enjoyed it down there. And I definitely wouldn't be sad if I didn't have to experience another winter again. It wouldn't make me cry. There we go, 58.52. 58.52. Clan Rats 29.48. And Sisters 43.98. Clan Rats pulled positive 60 gold on that. So I'm telling you, I keep seeing the Clan Rats are a pretty damn solid little unit, but They just pulled a positive 63 gold against a Sisters of Slaughter. Wow. I mean, Sisters don't have any armor, so... Okay. Oh, go. Keep fighting. Oh, yeah. Call our city a tiny London because it's always raining. Yeah, and it must be just in the wrong place for weather. So I know there's lots of places in Canada by the mountains they rain a lot just because they're in just the right place to get the precipitation. So 5902. 5902. And the Clan Rats finished with 3363. And the Sisters of Slaughter finished with 4893. So minus 17 gold. Quick battle, rematch. Oh, one of my favorite Hearthstone YouTubers, I think, is from Sweden. He goes by Savich. Is he Swedish or Finnish? I don't remember. I really like Savich though. He's a good YouTuber for Hearthstone, and just he was really in Hearthstone in the early game, and he got me interested in playing Hearthstone. I don't know, it was like 4 years ago now. Quite a ways, quite a few years back, but I quite enjoyed Hearthstone when I was playing it. It was a really fun game. 5849. Okay. 3053. And 4395. Wow. So that's exactly why you do this testing. It's a little bit wonky, but the Clan Rats pulled out positive 5 gold against the Sisters of Slaughter. So the Sisters of Slaughter are going to go down that list according to that. So, well, we'll get the Harganeth Executioners next. Like, they killed 8 Sisters of Slaughter. That's pretty good for a unit with 300, and they ran away with a third of their health left. Okay, Harganeth Executioners, where are they? 1200. Okay. All right. The Executioners should do pretty solid. They got 100 armor, but they've also got that bonus versus infantry and a reasonable charge bonus. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. Should chew through these guys relatively quickly. Yeah, 58, 59. Oops. I think they started at 50. We'll double check. And the Clan Rats finished with 3126. Harganeth Executioners finished with 5328. 28. Ah, 3126, 5328. All right. 5328. How much gold? Minus 35 gold? That's not awesome for the Harganeth Executioners. We should bet for a winner. You know, I think it's going to be the Swordmasters of Hoeth in this one. Oh, well, you know, actually, in this one against these guys, I bet you it's going to be the Ironbreakers. Ironbreakers are going to win against the Clan Rats specifically. Maybe not against everyone else, but I think they're going to take the most value against the Clan Rats. But yeah, you can bet for a winner. That's reasonable. Yeah, that's true, but it's like it's what we'll see is really who pulls the most value in the most situations. No, I'm going to leave the bombs on, Javier. Those bombs are going to be on for sure. We want to, and we'll just let the Ironbreakers do what they do, because that's part of their ability to fight. And you know they don't get off all of their bombs, but they do get off some. So 5908 that finished in 3126, 54 or whoops, 3142 for the Clan Rats. Executioners 5466. 62 gold, a little better. Yeah, no, I know. So Hammer, Javier, and go back and forth. You know, I don't know how much testing I still have saved from all that testing when we did the Beastmen together. God, we did a bunch. I think the best part of that testing was the formations, though, that we did there. With the bombs, they'll destroy the rats. Yeah, I agree, Alvi, for sure. I think that's why they're going to start pulling ahead here, the Ironbreakers. Like, they will absolutely destroy those Clan Rats. But we'll do the testing and see how it comes out, right? You can say what you think, and that's the fun part of conjecture and sort of making guesses is you do say what you think, and then you test it and see what the differences are, which is, I think, makes it really fun and interesting, right? Is sometimes that's why I put the whole list with all the units in the order I thought they would show up in, the best guess I could have, and then I'll go back and look at where my intuition differed from the testing, which will hopefully in the long run help improve my intuition. Wait, they are 59, 49. 49. Okay, we'll let that fight go. There we go, 5903. 3060. 5200. Minus 13 gold. That's not that great. Hargonek Executioner, what do they have? Well, they don't have that great a melee defense, only 34. Like, you find that units that don't have great melee defense do struggle trading down. Melee defense and armor, that's what really makes a difference. And they certainly do not have the best melee defense. Yeah, a lot of these highly defensive units are going to sort of slide up this ladder as we go through the testing. And they have 24 charge bonus, which is okay. It's not as bad as the hammers that only have 18, but so 5913, 5913. Clan Rats finished with 3459, and the Hargonath Executioners finished with 5435. All right, minus 43 gold. All right, rematch. There we go. You know, Soulhammer, I was actually thinking of re-releasing some of that testing we did, particularly the formation testing, because I think that was some really interesting testing, and you know, it kind of comes and goes on YouTube, but I think that would be useful because a lot of, like, I've had little discussions, and a lot of people have no idea that testing even exists, and that there's sort of a mathematical correlation, but that you can draw between the formation and the final result of the test. And so I might re-release that and just keep once a year, have a set of videos I release again, because it's not the validity of that testing is not going to go away anytime soon. So 5904, 5904, Okay, and Clanrats finished with 3167. 5340. Only 37 gold the Harganeth Executioners pulled. That's not that great. Wow. That really isn't that great. All right, Blackguard, and then we're going to be on to the Hammers and Ironbreakers. Cool. Okay, so Blackguard of Naggarond. Quick battle. And battle. Okay. Continue. They only got one kill, though. Hey, Gilly Guide. I see you got the hotkeys figured out. Yes, I did. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that little tip. Thank you, thank you. You know, like, I figured I'd do the live streaming, and just because it's a good chance to talk with people, because there's nothing, like, testing is, I really enjoy testing because it's always interesting to see what's going on. I would, anything crazy going on in the testing so far? I would say kind of, and in that the Chosen with great weapons didn't do that great. No, I'll go over it a little bit here. So we got Blackguard and Naggarond, and okay, so just so in the testing, the Chosen with great weapons only pulled 85 gold against Clanrats. So they were outperformed by Chosen with halberds, which is crazy. All right, so Blackguard. Let's get this fight going. But I mean, trading down defensive infantry tend to do pretty good, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. I think Swordmasters of Hoeth are going to finish #1. That martial prowess and trading down go together like peas and carrots. Okay. They are good, but the Chosen with halberds didn't do good against the Harganeth, or the Blades of the Blood Queen. They got absolutely demolished. But they did really good against the Clanrats, relatively speaking. We'll see how, like, it'll be interesting to see how all the halberd units do trading down, though. That's really what we're looking for, right? Is to see how everyone does, so we can compare all the halberd units to each other, etc. So 57-55. 57-55. Harganeth. I'll assume these guys all finish here. But yeah, 63 gold. And where is the... Yeah, 86 gold that the Chosen with halberds pulled. So it already looks like the Blackguard are going to be nowhere near as good as... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shit. I never got the health yet. No wonder that looked weird. Clanrats, 25-22. Okay, Blackguard, 57-18. Pulled 47 gold. Not nearly as good as the Chosen, that's for sure. No, I haven't done the Phoenix Guard yet. I think the arrow. Yeah, no arrow, no Regiment of Renown testing. It's too tricky to do it. The Phoenix Guard ROR beats the Blades of the Blood Queen? There's no way. I'm going to check that. I think I'm going to call bullshit. Okay, so end that battle. So, rematch. Oh, the normal executioners. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So they must be really good if they beat, even if they beat the normal executioners, because the normal Harganeth executioners are still pretty good. So 50. They finished out. Okay, so let's just go fix this. All right. Oops. Resume battle and keep going. Well, we can try that very shortly, Zutron. It's not much of a detour The reason I picked the Blades of the Blood Queen is because they have that massive bonus versus infantry, and I thought they could beat every unit, and they did, with the exception of the Chosen with great weapons. They beat them only 4 out of 5 matches. That's the Chosen with great weapons are the only unit that beat the Blades of the Blood Queen, and they only beat them once. Okay, so we've got 5730. Okay, Clan Rats finished with 1978. And the Blackguard finished with 5455. Okay. Quit battle, end battle. Yeah, normal Phoenix Guard are really good. It's just like what's the unit from the Temple Guard are pretty good. So we go, okay, so we got Blackguard and Nagaron. So we will get the Blades of the Blood Queen. And whoops, we're gonna go here. So Blades of the Blood Queen, and we're gonna get the Phoenix Guard, right? They must be around 1500. Where are they? The Keepers of the Flame. What the hell is so good about them? Okay, Martial Mastery, Expert Charge Defense, Cause Fear, 30% physical resistance, and 100 leadership. They're unbreakable. Okay, well that's a pretty good unit. I'll admit that's a pretty good unit. Let's see how they do. Let's see. I think the Blades of the Blood Queen still win this, because the Blades of the Blood Queen have an amazing bonus versus infantry, and these Keepers of the Flame, yeah, they only have 36 weapon damage, and they have bonus versus large of 20. I think they're gonna have a hard time against these Executioners. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go, boys. Yeah, they're gonna get crushed, and nothing they can do against these Blades of the Blood Queen. That bonus versus infantry is really good. What the hell are they doing? They're blowing up. Oh, maybe are they actually taking them out with their explosions? What the hell is this? That's hilarious. That's funny. Yeah, the Blades of the Blood Queen win very easily. Yeah, these guys have Expert Charge Defense against all. Really, with this much difference though, it's not going to matter if they stop the charge. They had 2,000 hit points left. I can do it where they brace. You know, if we want to do it. Yeah, it's an anti-large unit, so we can show them braced just for shits and giggles. But I'm gonna have to play them. So let's go High Elves. That's an interesting unit. Keepers of the Flame, and we go here Dark Elves and Blades of the Blood Queen 1500. Yeah, I'll keep them braced, and we'll see. I just don't. They just don't have the stats to beat the Blades of the Blood Queen. I don't think. Blades of the Blood Queen are amazing. They have a huge bonus versus infantry. Yeah, bonus versus infantry of 14. So we'll stay braced. Here we go. Yeah, and they're still losing off the charge, and the Blades of the Blood Queen are going to start winning again. Yeah. So there's really, Blades of the Blood Queen are extremely good. I mean, they have, aside from that huge bonus versus infantry of 14, they have this frenzy. So you look at their melee attack with the bonus versus infantry is actually 67, which is crazy. And they crush these Keepers of the Flame. Well, not crush them, but they beat them pretty good, because they're going to have what, a 1905, just a little less than a third of their health left. Yeah. Those things blowing up is really weird. Yeah, I like the explosions too. Gilly Guy, those explosions are pretty cool. But I mean, they killed a bunch of them. They killed 43 of the Blades. So, you know, a little more than half. It's not too bad. But I mean, they're an anti-large unit, so they're going to struggle, right? All right, so let's get back on track here. We had Dark Elves, and we had Blackguard and Nagaron, and we had here Skaven, and we had Clan Rats, right? Blackguard and Nagaron. Yeah, considering their roles, they did really good. I agree. They trade pretty well considering their roles. There's no doubt about that. Like against an large, they would be outrageous. But that's that they're kind of like Temple Guard. Like Temple Guard trade really well considering that they're anti-large, right? So we've seen that before. Like I think they would do. Maybe I'll do some Regiment of Renown testing after I do this, just for fun. So Blackguard and Nagaron versus Clan Rats. Blackguard and Nagaron versus Clan Rats. Okay, we'll keep the testing rolling. Yeah, I was thinking I'm going to put together a set of 3 videos. Really, I had a really great comment on and discussion on what do I think could be done to make Footlords better and more reasonable compared to some of the other lords. I'm going to do a video on Thanes, what changes I think they need, and then gyrocopters. I've done a few on gyrocopters, but I'll do another one. I'll just keep doing them until they get changed. The gyrocopters and Thanes and Footlords. Like Footlords, it's a kind of a funny one. I don't notice it as much playing the Dowee as other people do, because the Dowee just have Footlords, so every lord feels pretty much the same to me, right? But people who like to play Grimgor Ironhide feel gypped because they have Azag and Wurzag in their lineup, who are both way better in a competitive sense. Okay, 57-35. 57-35. Clan Rats finished with 1875. And Blackguard finished with 53-14. Holy! Clan Rats pulled positive gold against the Blackguard and Nagaron. They pulled positive 7 gold right there, boys and girls. Quit battle on rematch. All right. Yeah, physical resist aura and Nalariel. You know that like our Regiments of Renown are so awesome, and I love what they've brought to the game, but they are a little bit tricky to balance, I would think. Vlad should be at the top. Gilly Guide, I agree. He should be at the top of the meta for the vampire counts. He is literally there. He is literally the father of the rest of them. Like he's the he's the first von Karstein vampire that came from the. Wasn't he bitten by the original vampirist that took the elixir, if I'm right? Okay, 57-47. 7-47. And Clan Rats, 1964. Blackguard and Nagaron, 54-63. Minus 19, not great. Yeah, Zutron, they do function like rank 9 versions, kind of, except the thing is, Regiments of Renown always have a cool extra ability, so they're like a rank 9 and then some, right? Just like the Regiment of Renown for the Longbeards with the great weapons, the Grumbling Guard have that aura that helps vigor. Yet their stats are very similar, or exact as a rank 9 Longbeard's great weapons. Okay, did I get this? 57-47? Yes, I did. One more test, and then we're on to the Dowee. Neferata Gilly Guide. Thank you. Yeah, it was Neferata that made Vlad. So Vlad should be, by all rights, clearly the most powerful vampire lord for the vampire counts. I mean, that is until they truly get the bloodlines in, and which I think they're going to, obviously. I mean, the way they've changed the game, that's a pretty big hint that Bloodlines are going to be in the game proper, with all of those, with all of them fleshed out quite well, which is fantastic. Like, there's so much lore just around the vampires. I mean, and there should be. I mean, some have been living for like millennia, right? Chili Gilly. What's that? Chili Gilly. You're chilling. This is a chill stream, so you can be Chili Gilly for the chill streams. Oh, I don't English well all the time. There we go. 57-26. 26. And Clan Rats, they got what? 1952. And the Blackguard Nagrand, 55-20. Only pulled 21 gold against the Clan Rats that did the Blackguard of Nagrand. So now it's time to see how they do against the Dowie. I think the Hammers are middling. The Ironbreakers are number 1 by a mile, and the Giant Slayers are the number 24, the worst out of them by a mile. That is my guess going in. Okay. Quit battle and end battle, and we'll go the Hammers first. Yeah, they got 0 kills. It's funny, they pulled decent value, but they got 0 kills. Because, I mean, when you're only cost 300 gold, you don't have to do that much to pull value, right? So, Hammers, here we go. The Hammers will do decently because they have such big weapon strength. But a lot of, like, when you're fighting things with no armor and your armor piercing, a lot of your capability goes to waste. So 59-49. Whoops, 49. And I missed the date on these. Copy. V. Okay. Let's get these hammers in and fight. The Hammers are beating them up, but they're getting hit back. The Hammers only have 34 melee defense. There we go. Let's get them, boys. So 58-54. 58-54. Clan Rats finish HP 32-47. Hammers finish HP 5993. Hammers only pulled 20 gold. Not that great. We'll see how they do through the whole test, but you know, they don't have very good melee defense, so they're not going to pull amazing value against a Clan Rat, unfortunately. Just the reality of it, right? Okay. And this is where the Clan Rat's having 120 models. Like, even against the Dowie, they'll get local 2-on-1s. I should really do another video on animations, because it's really interesting to see what's happening on that front line. And when you see 2 units fighting one, it's actually quite interesting. 59-2. Clan Rats finished with 31-25. 31-25. And Hammer 62-74. That's more like it. 62-74. Pulled 70 gold there. I am quickly going to get a drink of water. I'll be right back. And we got this one done. So 5902, 5902. Yep, that's right. So a rematch there. There we go. 5852. $30, $31.89 and $60.37 for the hammers. 60. I pulled positive 30 gold. Not outstanding. Vaughn, just finished watching your last campaign video. Wow. Savage having the greenskins and vampires ganging up on you. Yes, Vaughn. I'm telling you, it doesn't get more pleasant. It gets less pleasant as the campaign moves on. Like at the place where the campaign is right now, Vaughn, I remember just thinking I was going to lose the campaign. I mean, I was seriously had a long think after the end of that episode you just watched. Because I was like, oh my God, it's going to be embarrassing to lose a campaign. And a vanilla campaign to boot. It's nothing special. But, yep. It does not get happier from here on out. I mean, it's just like, it's a hard campaign. That's all I'm going to say. There we go, 58-57. Clan Rats finished with 34-46. And they wrote with so much of their health left. 59-74. For the hammers, only 9 gold. Ouch. Not great. I think the number 1 unit against the Clan Rats is coming right up with the Ironbreakers. I think it'll be pretty crushing, actually. Hard to say, though. You never know. Like, they might hang in there. Whoops. They might hang in there a long time, because once they get into melee combat, the Ironbreakers don't hit very hard. But they'll hold forever, and they won't get hit back. Okay, 58-15. Holy. They held on for a long time there. 91 seconds. They finished with 1940. And 55-95 for the hammers. Hammers finished only pulling 30 gold. So they did better than the Blackguard. Well, they should have done way better. Not as good as the Harganeth Executioners. Better than the Sisters of Slaughter. Not as good as the Chosen with Great Weapons or the Halberds or the regular Chosen. And not as good as the Bestigor. So that difference is a charge bonus. Like, the hammers have such a terrible charge bonus. Like, Bestigor have 32, hammers only have 18. Okay. Right? Yeah, 18 is what their charge bonus is. Here we go. Time to get the Ironbreakers. Javier, would Swordmaster have the same problem? I think their huge melee defense will avoid that. You know, I think Swordmasters of Hoeth, that's like that huge bonus from Martial Mastery helps them trade down really nice. It's like the other units trade down really nice as well, like the White Lions and even the Spears trade down quite nicely. Okay, here we go. Ironbreakers. Okay, you want to kill some rats, boys? We'll see. Swordmasters will be up. They'll be up very, very shortly. Very shortly. Okay. So I will not move. Okay. So we'll stop this when the bombs start hitting. 5950 it is. 50. Okay. And we'll just fast forward it from there. Oops. Yeah, there we go. See, it still took them over a minute. Yeah, popcorn time. That's true. It took them over a minute, but they never did anything to the Ironbreakers. Well, so let's figure it out. Okay, so 58. 5850 is the time. The Clan Rats finishing HP was 3095. And the Ironbreakers finishing HP was 6986. 86. Yeah, there you go. The Ironbreakers pulled 135 gold in that. Is that going to be more than these guys? Yep. It's going to be the most, number one, which is what we thought, if they keep that up. So we'll see if they keep that up through the next four fights. They should. They shouldn't have any problem with it. They have charge defense against all, like, that's exactly what they're good at, right? All right. Like, they're just not even denting their health. But the Ironbreakers do kill very slowly. You look at that. Still fighting, 58 minutes. Come on, boys. Get the job done. There we go. So 5727. 727. Clan Rats finishing HP 2140. The Ironbreakers finishing HP 6701. Still pulled 128 positive gold. So pulling excellent value, but they're doing it slowly. Okay. See, the Clan Rats get up and run. Like, geez, they're fast. What is their speed? 37? You can see if they get another volley off here, they might rout them. Yep, there they go. So they got them at 58-51 because they got an extra volley. And I'm guessing they're hit by artillery. No, under missile fire. That -5 is making a difference. So 58-51. 58-51. Clan Rats 33-48. 33-48. The Ironbreakers are 69-58. 120 gold, positive. Rematch. And the very next unit will be the Giant Slayers, which I think are going to do the worst. Oh, I don't have to do anything. Just let the fight go. Like, this could be much more devastating if I strung these Ironbreakers out in a line, but you know, that's the same with any unit that's going to win. You want the maximum number of units to be in that fight, and that's sort of all that testing that Javier and I did really showed the impact of formations. Okay, man, it's taking a long time. 57-30. Is he going to make it down to 56? He might. Yep. Jeez Louise. Like, this is sort of the issue with Ironbreakers. Ironbreakers are awesome, but it took them like 4 minutes to get rid of these guys. 3 minutes, I guess, but they're not even hurt, but they were tied up so long by a measly unit like the Clan Rats. So 56-36, we'll go 56-36. Yeah, 194 seconds. Ouch. 21:45 for the Clan Rats. 21:45 for the Clan Rats. And the Ironbreakers 6674. 123 gold. Very, very steady on the actual gold differential, though. Very nice. All right. Let's watch some of these rats get shot, just for fun. Oh, man. Lovely. Okay. Whoa, see, they finished them off fast there. 59-14. Crazy. Yeah, exactly, Zutron. That's exactly what they're there for, and they do a great job of it. Like, slaves are even better. 125, they do an outstanding job at just mucking things up. 59-14. And the Clan Rats, 35-24. Ironbreakers, 70-37. 37. Pulled 126 positive gold. So far, the Ironbreakers averaged 126 gold pulled off the Clan Rats, which is the highest. The next highest is 85, 123 gold with the regular chosen. 123 versus 126. So Ironbreakers are better than the chosen at trading down against them. So now we have the Giant Slayers. The Giant Slayers, I think, are going to be the worst in this fight. So quit the battle. And, I mean, they're going to kill them fast, but they're going to lose a ton of health, and that's not good when a unit costs 1,250 gold, right? Where are they? Giant Slayers, 1,250. Let's get this going. Yeah, all those little spears are going to kill some of our Giant Slayers. Okay. Go. Boom. 59-51 is when they hit. 51. Okay. And we'll go. Chewing through them fast. Boom. 59-17. Yeah, the Clan Rats killed 4 Giant Slayers in that. So 59-17. Clan Rats finished with 31-81. And the Giant Slayers finished with 50-53. Yep, crazy. The Clan Rats pulled 108 gold off the Giant Slayers in that fight. Wow. Quick battle, rematch. Alrighty. I mean, the Slayers kill them fast, that's for damn sure. But they take so much damage in return while they're doing it. 59-23. Clan Rats finished with 34-40. Giant Slayers 53-07. So only 70 gold that time. Not as bad. Quick battle, rematch. Hopefully we get a look at the Swordmasters. I want to test at least till I get to the Swordmasters. For the High Elves. So I do want to see how they compare trading down into these Clan Rats. I think they're going to do very well, but don't know for sure yet. Haven't tested them. Boom, done. 59-12. Clan Rats finished with 3162. 62. Giant Slayers finished with 5078. 102 gold. The Clan Rats pulled off the Slayers. And that is such a good trade if you're able to get Clan Rats into Slayers. Like, it's just aside from stopping the Slayers doing what they're supposed to do, you literally just pull massive amounts of value in that trade with the Clan Rats. Boom, 5908. That one took the longest so far. So I imagine the Slayers will be in the worst shape health-wise. Maybe they won't. 3195. 95. And 4703. Ooh, 176 gold they pulled off the Slayers there. It just hurts me when I see that. All right. There we go. Oh, I forgot to look at who's next. 5919. Black Orcs. 5919. Clan Rats. 3217. And Giant Slayers. 4960. So Giant Slayers lost 116 gold. That's crazy. All right, it's Black Orcs. Okay, there we go. So it's Black Orcs, then Swordmasters. So 2 tests to get to where we have both of the leaders through the fight. Okay, Black Orcs are next. Black Orcs, where are you? Greenskins have so many units to choose from. There we go. So Black Orcs only have 29 charge bonus. I'd say only. It's because the Bestigors have a charge bonus of 32. All right. Time to see how they do. Ooh, 5950. 50. Whoops. I don't want this to go through. Boom. Okay. The Greenskins, yeah, the Greenskins have Wa. I agree, Zutron. I mean, Black Orcs are solid. I mean, Greenskins have lots of really good infantry to boot, and then they have the Wa, and then they have the Bonewood Staff. Like, there are so many ways to make a great infantry lineup better. So all of their, and sort of it is appropriate that Bonewood Staff, Wa, Itchy Nuisance, Here We Go, these types of things, I think are very, they're all like win more buttons for the Greenskins, as opposed to pull out a win from a loss. Okay, 58-57. They finished 58-57. Clan Rats finished with 3240. Black Orcs finished with 7435. Pulled out 71 gold. Not bad. Oh, the Black Orcs are going to do better than the Hammerers. In battle. Rematch. Yeah, you know, speaking of the Greenskins having Wa, and just general faction mechanics that there are out there, it might be Steel Faith or Tabletop Overhaul. One of the mods out there, the big overhaul mods, has a faction mechanic for the Dowie that I think when they get lower in health, they get better melee defense, it's actually really good. Yeah, no, I agree, Gilly Guide. It does fit the faction. It fits exactly. It's really, really nice. 58-58. I think the Greenskins are in generally a pretty good place right now in the meta. They're an interesting faction to watch. They have lots of really interesting units. 3302. Okay, Blackworks finished with 72.99. Minus 49 gold. We'll get them going there. Yeah, and that's why this kind of testing, you always gotta peg it to the faction, because this is going to be testing units versus units, whereas you don't get a true faction mechanic test or these sorts of things, right? But it's better to have, I think, fairly clear relative testing to have as part of your evaluation of a unit than just sort of overall anecdotal testing. 58-53. So I'm not saying anecdotal testing or people that say, well, I tested this unit to this unit or this unit does good in that fight is irrelevant or not good data. It is useful, actually, because there's a lot of people that can intuitively pick up good units, even though they might not be able to explain precisely why they're so good or by how much are they better than another unit in a very precise way, but they can actually pull that out just through experience, right? Clan Rats, they finished with 33-63. But me, I like my testing. 7397 for the Blackworks. 7397. There we go. Pulled out 60 gold on that one. Gaze Cheese is hilarious as a VC main. You know, I saw another game by a Wyvern who was using, it's not Gaze of Mork, it's the other one. And it's powerful. Inspired me to use Gaze of Nagash in some builds. Yeah, and Lord Snipe Fest. That's fine. You know, they snipe Lords fast. I guess it's Gaze of Nagash, when the game first came out and Warhammer 1 was absolutely insane, but it's sort of making a comeback in all forms, which isn't awful. I mean, it's just, they've got to find the right balance. It might be balanced right as it is. I mean, you can dodge it. It's not like you can't dodge it. It's not like it's a Spirit Leech that you can't dodge. 58-53, and you are at, what, 73.97? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember when the game first came out, Gaze in the Gash was crazy, along with Spirit Leech. Oh, man. They were so devastating. But that was back when, well, that was even before Lords could have healing potions, but then they had the whole time where there were healing potions and potions of toughness. And if your Lord didn't have one of those two things, it was basically useless, or regeneration. And none of the Dowie Lords had either of those things. It was brutal. That was a very brutal time for the dwarfs. We don't like to think about that time. It was so rough because you couldn't do anything because these Lords would come in, and even the captains, like the heroes, had healing potions. It was crazy. Yeah, agreed, Gilly. That Spirit Leech was freaking outrageous. But yeah, the very early game was, like, I think of how well balanced the game is now compared to what it was then. They've done a lot of work and a lot of effort has gone into, and this game is in pretty good shape right now. Not to say there aren't things I want to see changed. There are, but 57-58. 58. We got what? 16-56. 56 for the Clan Rats. 69.84 for the Black Orcs. 69.84 for the Black Orcs. Okay. In that battle. Rematch. Oh yeah, and summons didn't disintegrate. Oh, absolute right. Yeah, I agree. Zutron far more balanced, and it is reasonable. I think that's the right word, Gilly. Reasonable. You know, for the most part, it is. You know, there are some units within factions that are so useless they can't be used. There's very few units that are truly OP like they used to be. There are still some units that are pretty damn good, but are there really any units that are truly OP? Well, maybe a few, but not many. Not many. 5849. 49. Okay. 3284. 3284. Black Orcs 7438. And the Black Orcs finished with 64 gold. Not as good as the Ironbreakers. Better than Hammerers. Better than Harganeth Executioners. Not as good as Chosen. But better than Bestigor at 50, right? Yep, 64. All right, here's the Swordmasters of Hoeth. This is the ones I'm looking for. Pretty reasonable. There's still a few things that need looking at. I agree exactly, Zutron. That's true. Vaughn, I guess Nagash will make an appearance in Game 3, and he will be on the Dwarf's doorstep. Maybe. Like, I think it would be cool to have Nagash in Game 3. You know, to change that existential threat from Chaos to Nagash. Gilly, used to playing 20-year-old games in competitions that never change. Zutron, Vampire Coast being able to summon 5 units quickly. Yeah. And Vampire Coast will get some adjustments. I think maybe they will. I think that their vampire, or their, whatchamacallits, depth guard need to be improved. They look weak even in this testing. Okay. Clan Rats. Here we go. Swordmasters of Hoeth, who I think will be number 1. How will they trade down versus the Clan Rats? This will be very interesting. Like, they won't beat the Ironbreakers. Like, they won't be at 100 gold. That's for damn sure. But will they beat all the other two-handed infantry? That is the key question. Swordmaster of Hoeth. All right. Okay. So 49. Yeah, charge bonus of 20 is not great, but that bonus versus infantry of 14 is pretty damn huge. And they're starting at 48 and 48 on their stats. That's crazy. What did they finish? 49. Okay, 49. And let's get that fight going. They're chewing through them pretty good, and they're not losing a whole lot of health. There they go. 5904. Killed them fast. Clan Rats ended up with 3209. And the Swordmasters finished with 5566. 76 gold. That's not bad. It's more than the Black Orcs. We'll see if they continue that trend. Quick battle rematch. Okay.
Loyal. Serve the king.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as I see what, like, balance isn't as big of a deal as some people make it out to be. I agree, Gilly, but it's it is one of those things that I hope to see more tournaments like Lore Master of Sotek is doing right now, where he's doing a tournament where you bring a faction and a build and you can't change either for the whole tournament. I think that seems to be a pretty interesting format. I don't know who's going to be the king of that format, but it will be fascinating to see how each faction does. 5909. Yeah, 5909. Swordmasters of Hoeth are doing pretty good here. 3335. 56.45. 87 gold, very nice. Quick battle, rematch. Yeah, I hope we see more tabletop style tournaments in digital. I would love to see CA hold a proper tabletop tournament, kind of like they did for the release of the Vampire Coast with the Everchosen. I'd love to see them do a proper big tabletop style tournament. You think it's worse for the viewers? Yeah, I guess you see the same faction over and over. I mean, the same builds. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to see. I'm as a viewer, and I watch a ton of Warhammer. I love the tabletop tournaments. I think they're great. 5907. 3149. 3149. Swordmasters 5538. Okay. 73 gold again. Quick battle, rematch. Yeah, it might be easier for the casters. And yeah, NOP, I like it too. I mean, it's a little different, but the players have to think a lot harder as far as what they're going to bring. Like when you're playing against the Dao-E, I mean, every faction brings the same thing, whatever their best armor piercing stuff is, and then that's it. And something to shut down archers, right? The formula is pretty straightforward. It never changes. But if you're bringing a build that's got to deal with everything as the Dao-E, I mean, that's pretty easy. I think the Dao-E have it really easy because there's you got to be ready for the same thing all the time. Okay, 5906. 6. And the Clan Rats 3186. And Swordmasters 5656. Oops. 96 gold they pulled on that one is really good. Rematch. Oh yeah. Yeah, Gilly. I personally like tabletop. Just assume lots of more casual viewers are drawn to the unit variety. You know, I think though, part of it too, though, I think a lot of casual viewers too are also drawn to their faction and their faction doing well. Like, I know I just cheer for the dwarfs no matter who they're playing, and I think it would be incredibly satisfying to watch a dwarf build get all the way through one of these tournaments and win. It would be, for me, it would be amazing. Now, not every player has, no, actually everyone has a favorite faction or a few factions that they like, and some people have factions that they hate. So, I mean, it sets up so well for interesting casting, interesting tournaments, and interesting gameplay. But CA really hasn't pushed it, and the community hasn't really been able to get there. Like Shetland Apache and those guys are making a massive difference in the community with what they're doing, and kudos to them. You know, I think the tournament scene is flourishing. It's doing really well, but it just doesn't have enough outside support. 5912. Okay, 5912. 12. Okay, Clan Rats 3305. And Swordmasters 5687. Okay, there we go. So save that. 85 gold. So they finished below the Ironbreakers. 85 gold, the same as the Chosen with Great Weapons. 85.2 and 85.6. So just better than the Chosen with Great Weapons. And just a little worse than the Chosen with Halberds, and worse than the regular Chosen, but better than the Bestigor. So there you go. The Swordmaster of Hoeth in this have outclassed the Chosen with Great Weapons, so they might gain a spot on them, though. It's hard to say. Oh man, we got lots of testing left to do. Phoenix Guard, Temple Guard, Marauders. Yeah, I think this might be a good spot to stop. I don't know what time it is. Feels like supper time just about. Yeah, it just about is. All right, so I'm going to save this. And we had a little bit of bonus testing in this with the Regiment of Renown for the High Elves with, what are they called again? They explode. I want to see this. So the Keepers of the Flame, they have the Mark of Azurion. So causes fear, physical resistance. Mark of Azurion. Those who bear the Creator's mark are afforded his divine vengeance. When struck down, their unworthy killer is soon engulfed by a goose. So when they're killed, they blow up. So they're kind of like Slayers in that Slayers can have their head chopped off and they'll still take one more swing. Armor piercing armored. They do magic damage. Yeah, they have that huge bonus versus the large of 20, which is really, really good. Yeah. Yeah, Zutra, I think it's that community. The community is really strong. It's just not big. I think it's tight. It's just not, and it's not growing. I think to really make the Warhammer online multiplayer community grow, they're going to need a free-to-play version of some sort. I mean, that's the only way to make it grow sort of 10 times. They could grow it 10 times, 100 times. Now, when you grow communities like that, you bring in a lot of cancer and you bring in a lot of drama and everything else like that, but you also bring in a lot of players, you bring in a lot of interest, and you bring in a lot of revenue for the organization that is building the game, and that really makes for long-term health of a great game and a game that I love. Yeah, there's new players in multiplayer for sure. I think we'll get another big influx, if we get kind of cool DLCs, but we're not seeing like a 10 times increase in number of players, or 20 times or 30 times. We might see a 20% gain or something like that. Gilly, I saw they're shutting down Arena. I just think that was a bad format. I played World of Tanks for 4 years, and I played it a lot. And, we got some Russian in there. Yeah, World of Tanks is a great game. I loved it. And go Russian tanks, right? My favorite tank was a KV-1, just so you know, KV. Kvadrat, my favorite tank is a KV-1. Hi, Angranaz. So, yeah, I think the game, see a game like that, because the units are not that different. Like they could have done better with Warhammer units but still it doesn't sort of fit the way it played. I think there's room for Warhammer multiplayer to really grow. And I don't mean like kind of grow 20%, 30% or double in the space of a year. I mean 10 times to 100 times. Really, they need some sort of free-to-play model to get players in where, you can play just the Empire for free, something like that. Yeah, exactly, Zutron. It is a multiplayer game, and it is built for that. Like if they did a little free-to-play thing where you could download a very minimal front end and you could only play Empire free, you would see a lot of players come in, or something like that, right? And then you could have sort of progression where you would grind out your Regiment of Renown, and a free-to-play player could eventually get all the factions to play in multiplayer if they played long enough. But if you wanted to buy the factions, you could buy them early or buy the whole game like we all have, and very cheaply with less than sort of $150, you could have every single faction, or you could grind it out. And sure, it would bring a lot of kind of crazy weak players into the game, where right now, even quote-unquote weak players playing multiplayer are still pretty good. Like people who play for the first time often have played campaign for a year. So yeah, Arganaz, you came here because people said I was showing my beard today. No, not today. I don't even have a camera. Maybe I should get one. I don't know. Yeah, pay to win Lord of the Rings flavored Total War would sell. Yep. You know, Lord of the Rings, like, I think somewhere CA is trying to get that license because is it Total War Third Age is the mod, is really, really good. You watch it, I think it would be huge. I don't know about the multiplayer, but the campaign would be massive. It could be fantastic. Really, it could be. So, all right. Anyways, we'll end the stream here, and I'll try and stream all of the testing because it gives me a chance to just chat. And you know, as we go through this, it'll make me do the testing faster if I have a chance to chat with someone while I'm doing it. So, yeah. With that said, I guess I'll see you guys around. Have a good one, and you know, keep your stick.